Hey guys, and welcome, and now we're going to be doing the Edexcel A-Level Biology B revision, and we are doing glycolysis. Right, so glycolysis is the first stage of respiration and occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell and converts monosaccharides, so here glucose, into pyruvate. So what happens in glycolysis? Glycolysis provides pyruvate for aerobic respiration in the mitochondria, and it also provides pyruvate for anaerobic respiration in the cytoplasm. There are many small steps that result in glucose being split into two molecules of pyruvate. We're going to go through them here. ATP is needed to make glucose more reactive at the start of the process, but we'll still have more ATP produced than is used up. NAD is reduced and it will be used to generate ATP in the mitochondria, and that will come after oxidative phosphorylation, so it's not the step. So this is just the outline of glycolysis, and it tells you that glucose undergoes glycolysis, where we have the production of two pyruvate molecules, and as a result we need to use 2 ATPs, but we get 4 ATPs out, and so it gives you a net of 2 ATP molecules and 2 reduced NADs. Right, moving on to the steps, more detail. So first step is phosphorylation, and here as 2 molecules of ATP are added so we can use the phosphates from the ATP to make glucose more reactive. And so what's happening is the glucose is converted to hexose by phosphate. So bi meaning 2, and phosphate is the phosphate that we've added on. So hexose, 6 carbons like we have in glucose, and it's 2 phosphates added on. So this results in hexose biphosphate, which is more reactive than glucose, and that prepares glucose for the next step here. And so the lysis of the glucose molecule, and so glucose will be broken up into 2 molecules of glycerate 3-phosphate. You need to know the full name, glycerate 3-phosphate, and not only GP, but you don't have to memorize the structure. And then we have the formation of pyruvate, so the NAD is reduced to form NADH, and that is by the removal of hydrogen atoms from the glycerate 3-phosphate. And so this is called dehydrogenation because we've removed hydrogen, and now we have GP is oxidized as a result. Because remember, oil rig, oxidation is loss of electrons and reduction is gain. And 4 molecules of ATP are formed using the energy released as bonds are formed, because when bonds are formed we produce energy, and when bonds are broken we have input energy. These 4 ATP molecules give the net 2 ATP that's produced by glycolysis. The ATP produced by substrate level phosphorylation, which is here, is different from the ATP produced in the mitochondria, which is oxidative phosphorylation, and that is from NADH, which is the last step in aerobic respiration. Right. Describe and explain the significance of the following glycolysis, so phosphorylation. And so phosphorylation here is the addition of phosphate to molecules, and here it will be the glucose, and the phosphorylation of glucose is the first step of glycolysis, and it causes glucose to become a more reactive molecule, which is here hexose biphosphate, and so the process of glycolysis can occur. NAD, well, this is glycolysis involves oxidation of glucose by removing hydrogen atoms, and so NAD is the coenzyme that's needed to accept the hydrogens that have been removed, and in order for this reaction to occur, and so the reduced NAD will go on to enter the mitochondria to undergo oxidative phosphorylation in the electron transport chain, which is the last step of aerobic respiration, and that's where the majority of ATP is made. And that is it.